I had no idea. DJ Baby Cakes was holding out on us this whole time. Shout out to her for making these memes for Big T's codes, and of course collaborating us making these videos for Big T, because he's very lucky to have two babies in his Evony life, and so we are helping him with his code because he has been sick. He has been a man baby sick, and he, like, it is really weird not seeing Big T on Evony. So I just want to let you guys know that Big T was so sick that he could not even come on to Evony and hustle his code. But I think he's getting out of it because he was being super bossy to me today. So I wanted to do this video because, guys, I really hate COC. I seriously can't describe to you how much I hate COC. Seriously. So you got to see the DMs between Monkey and I. We sit there and we hate on COC like the whole week. We're just like, we're too busy for this shit. And we're busy at work, but then we still have like time to like complain about it. And then we won't actually play it. But then, people are like, hey, get your scores. You're not qualifying yet. And we're like, we don't have time. So then I finally find time at 2 a.m. Maybe it was like 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning last night and this morning. And then all day today throughout during my meetings, I spent I clocked it. Okay. I spent 6 hours trying to qualify for COC. This is why I hate this game. Okay, this is why I hate this event. So the poll that I have here is the people in the bear den, because it's a wide group array of people. It's all continents. Okay, everybody from all continents are in this, so you can get a bigger world view of what people think about this event. So the question is, do you think COC is a prestigious event? And nobody answered yes, okay? Just so you know, the ones, they're all the Carl robot, so they have to lay out the votes first. So nobody voted that COC is prestigious, okay? Lots of people said no. Lots of people said it's nowhere near Challenge or All-Star status. The event sucks, the time slot sucks, and I love this event. And I will have to say that I accidentally deleted Carlbot, so that's actually Yuba that voted that he loves this event. So we got one person. So the second question is, do you try to form a team with your whole server? And we got all top keeps, or we get all top keeps, and this is a lie because the person who voted that we get all top keeps was Big T, which is an absolute lie. And I will get into that. Number 2, people say we just let whoever gets the most points play. So it just sounds like because people don't think this is a prestigious event, they're just like, we don't care. Let the grinders grind it out. Let the free to play, let the low coiners. It's not really a prestigious rally team type of event. And then you have, are COC rewards worth it? No. Majority of people said no. A couple said yes. And then I put this because I truly think that Evony just does some of these events just to waste our stuff, so that, right after COC, Challenge is going to come back around, and guess what? We got to replenish our speeds. So they said they just want to waste speeds. We had a couple people said that, and then they took out Aiden. So a lot of people were pissed off about that because a lot of people were very close to getting her awakened, and they took her out. And I don't even know, does she even come from the premium tokens? I don't think she does. So lots of people were pissed off about that. So I think if they're going to be doing these types of events and they've been, doing the Aiden for so long, why would they take her out? So that is kind of what people think about that. I did hear that you get a lot of free March speeds in the battlefields. I think when I played COC, because I definitely didn't play it the last time, I heard that you get like 1,200 free speed ups, but I don't really know. The next question, the qualifying is a pain in the ass. I mean, you can tell that like whoever made this poll was kind of biased, right? And I'm not going to say who made this poll, but I'm just going to say, yes, it is a pain in the ass. Got the majority. No. The people that said no are the people that have a lot of time, I'm sure. Number 3, I like pain in my ass. I will give you a couple of guesses on who voted for that. So, the next one we have is how much time do you had to spend to get to the top 25 to qualify? The reason why I wanted to ask this is because I want you guys to say in the comments how long it took you guys to qualify, because if it's taking you around 4 to 5 to 6 hours, that is just, it's like it's not reasonable, right? It's not reasonable. So we had a majority of the people say, oh, by the way, those are the people that said that they like pain in their ass. Of course it's going to be Sear, and of course it's going to be Big T. And I think this is going to pop up. Yep, of course it's going to be Sear. Sear is a robot. If you guys don't know Sear, she is an amazing, amazing wealth of knowledge and resources. She is an amazing moderator with Anya in C5. She's an admin in the actual Evony Discord channel, and then you will always see her in my den. She's just everywhere. You'll see her everywhere, actually. So, how long did it take you guys? For real, how long did it take you? And the people who don't have, scouters, it's going to take you a really long time to find those buildings, right? I would suggest that someone on your team is scouting for those buildings, because I definitely won't. I definitely won't. My question was, do you guys always rally the last one? And it looks like we got a lot of team players here. A lot of people rally the last one. I know I do, because it is the last rally that actually gets the points. So if everyone's in that rally, everyone's going to be getting those points, and you can help your whole alliance that way. So have you been able to increase your levels on the expedition during COC event? So I did not get content on this, even though I wanted to, but I'm at the 299 to 300. So I think I'm just too far gone for this to actually work, for me to use the expedition. But I will try it during the actual PvP event. I'll try to see if, all the buffs stack, and if I can get the march size increases and stack everything, I'll try it. But so far it looks like a couple people said it worked. So probably the people that are kind of maybe in the middle range or lower range, where it will be a lot more effective for those, levels. But it's like once you get into the very high levels, it's almost like you have to have certain buffs or march size. And Dark and Jake thought they were funny and added a number 5. I love it when people think they're funny. So that is the polls in the Discord channel. I'm sure I could have gotten more if I would have waited, but I just kind of wanted to get this out because I just want to vent a little. So for 6 hours of work, right? 6 hours of work. These are going to be the rewards that you are competing for. And they're not bad, right? They're not bad, but 6 hours and then waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning on the weekend, it's kind of ridiculous. I do love that blood moon decoration. I think first place should have 30 days. Second and third should have 14 days. And then fourth and fifth should have 7 days, right? Spread out the rewards, Evony. You don't need to be so stingy, especially when people are spending 6+ hours to even play this event. And this is not even the battle, right? This is just qualifying to get into the battle. Now, I get it. We qualify for BOCs every Saturday to play All-Stars or Challenge, and yes, it's 2 hours every time, but it's spread out. It's spread out each week, right? You're only playing the BOC every Saturday. Having to play Evony for 6 hours in a day, please understand how frustrating it is. It's very frustrating. And so the rewards here aren't that bad, but they're also not that prestigious. That general chest is very old. Why wouldn't it just be the red chest, right? So I do think that this COC event is really not supposed to be a prestigious rally team event. And so for me, I would be happy. I would be happy to not play this. I would be so happy to just let, the rest of the people who want to grind, all day and get these points, just let them, let these 39 keep castles go, celebrate their castle wielding skills and wake up at 4 a.m. and play. I'm so happy that they do that. But it's hard when you have a team that is like, hey, we need our rally team. You saw that voting poll where Big T's like, we get all of our big players, which is not true. And so what I'm trying to convey here is make sure that you and your server and your alliance are aligned on how you are going to play this game. So you get an advance notice on this event, right? When you get the advance notice, make sure you have that conversation. Because if you do want it to be a PvP event, you need to make sure that you're giving those castles, right, to the people that you want in the event. You can't just let people go fend for themselves and expect them to make points when they're not on all day. So you need to coordinate. You need to have a Discord. You need to tag everyone whenever the, buildings come out. You need to have your scouters share it, and then you guys can pound them out one after the other, because somebody can solo and then just leave the last hit for everybody, right? You could do this all, you can coordinate it all, and you can get everybody their points in like 2 hours. So it's frustrating because it's like, everybody get your points, but just you're on your own, but not realizing that there's all these other players on the server that are keep 39s, keep 38s, that are willing to grind it out. They're willing to spend 8 hours a day, right, to get those points. And then that makes me feel bad. And I don't necessarily want to take those slots away from people that are taking all that time to do an event, and they want to get those rewards, and they're getting rewards that, is really hard for a free-to-play player to get. So for me, I would be happy. I would be happy to sit out, right? I would be happy. But then when you have, your leaders in the alliance saying like, hey, we need our top team, we need our rally team. Like, the only reason why I spent 6 hours doing this was because I conducted this poll and I talked to people in the Den Discord. And it's interesting listening to other people's points of views, because I thought, what, maybe I'm just being selfish by not wanting to play, right? Like, maybe I'm being selfish that I don't want to wake up at 4 a.m. Maybe I'm being selfish that, I'm looking at 6 hours and feeling like that's robbing my time, and like, it kind of like makes me mad inside. So they said one thing that made me rethink everything, okay? And they said this event only comes around once a year, twice a year. And so it was kind of like, okay, I would be an asshole if my rally team really needs me. I would be an asshole to be like, you know what, I'm not going to play because it's only once or twice a year. So that's what got me, right? So then I started trying to get the castles. Then I started trying to play. Then I was getting frustrated. And I just think in general, like, you just got to do what is best for you when it comes to the game. And Monkey's like, there's no way I can do this. He's like, I got to work. My work week is hard. There's no way. And I just said, fine. Like, who cares? Like, it's fine. He couldn't even get a filler, to try and get the points for the castles. And I think he just made the point really, really well that you just can't compete against the grinders that have the free time. And on the opposite end, most of the time, the free-to-play player and the grinders can't compete against the PvP players that spend a lot of money. So that's why it's like, for me, I'm fine sitting out on this event, because hey, I'm okay with giving the people that don't get to do these types of events the chance to do it, especially if they have the time. So that is where I'm at, and I'm very curious on what you guys feel and think. And I just want to have a plan. You know what I mean? Like, I just want the leaders to say, hey, this is what we're going to do. Like, when the event comes out, they say, hey, we just talked to the server leaders. We're going to rotate it. We're going to do, all the, free to play can do it this event. And then the rally team will do it the next event, even though it only comes around once or twice a year. But at least there's a plan, right? Because right now our team, the qualified, is a bunch of mishmash of people, and it's a bunch of like lower level players in Val, which is also kind of like, wait a second, if you guys are trying to get a rally team, then isn't it also fair to make sure that, that it's all the top players from the server? I mean, it didn't make sense. None of this made sense. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think. And even better, make sure you join the Bear Den Discord and add to the polls. And the more people that add to the polls, the more we can do videos that actually reflect what it is that the community wants. And I think that's important because I do know for a fact that our videos get watched. I do know that. So I think that it's important to convey what people want from this event. And if that means the free to play are the ones that shine because of their grind and their time, I am so fine with that. So thank you for listening to my vent session about COC. And on that note, please use Big T's Aptoy code. And if you got this far, this means that I can trust you. And there is a tip for you to get more points in COC. So if you're like me, where you basically you're down to the wire and you need to make sure that you're top 25, there is a trick to get more points and to get them fast. But Big T would not let me publish this on YouTube, so you're gonna have to join the Bear Den in order to get that tip. Now, I'm debating if I should make a watch list link only for the Discord members, or if I should just write it down in the forum and give you the instructions. But you can definitely apply this for the next time this happens. But just know, you probably don't want to tell the rest of your server, or else you're all going to be getting extremely, grindy type points. And, you don't want to do that either. So join the Discord Den. This is why we have it, is so that you guys can, get the tips, hints, and tricks without ruining it for everyone else and publishing it on YouTube. So we'll see you guys soon.